Westu min freund, and welcome to another video. I have explained many times why Tolkien actually created his lore, his world, why he wrote his many notes on the Silmarillion, and why he wrote The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, because of many things actually. It was a conglomerate of things. First and foremost, he was a genius linguist and philologist who was in love with languages, with old languages and their history. He taught the Old English at Oxford University, and he created his own artificial languages, and because he needed peoples to speak those languages, he started writing stories about elves and dwarves and hobbits and wizards and so on and so forth. And he was also deeply and passionately in love with old European myths and legends, especially Scandinavian, Northern European, and Icelandic sagas and legends and myths. And because England didn't have or doesn't have its own native stories, Beowulf comes from Scandinavia and King Arthur is Welsh/French and so on and so forth, he decided that he would provide his country with legends. And that's how The Lord of the Rings and the entire Tolkien lore, the stories of Arda, came to be. A fairy story, as he called it in one of his essays on fairy stories, one of his most famous essays, came to be. And he, under no circumstances, intended his fairy story to be filled with nude people and sex. And yet, in the 21st century, in 2021, we find many people trying to spoil this fairy story by trying to make it a Song of Ice and Fire, or the Game of Thrones, as most people know it. It is official, it has been made official that the Amazon has decided to include nude scenes and actually hired like a nudity advisor or something, intimacy coach. They are calling it intimacy coach, so that the actors are comfortable with doing nude scenes in the casting. But fortunately, there are still enough normal people left in the world that they have decided to do a petition against this. So this article said, petition calls for Amazon to keep nudity out of their Lord of the Rings series. Well, and the petition reads, Amazon Prime has an upcoming Lord of the Rings series set before the trilogy. They have hired intimacy coaches, as I said, and have asked that actors be comfortable with doing nude scenes in the casting. And they continue, Tolkien's work is truly wholesome and packed with incredible Christian symbolism. He was a devout Catholic, and his memory does not need to be stained with gratuitous nudity or even nudity in the slightest. Well, this is of course all true. There are going to be many people that are going to, be insulting me, as they have under many of my videos, that I'm just a fanboy, a snowflake crying about a franchise. Well, you know, when you expose these people to facts they don't know better, then insult you even more. So I don't really care about people at all. So the fact is that, this is interesting actually. This is like an official document issued by the company that they use for, casting and finding people that would not be ashamed of appearing on screen nude. And it says, comfortable with nudity, BGT are currently on the search for talent who are comfortable with partial or full nudity. Intimacy guidelines will always be followed on set. We are after all shapes, sizes, and unique beautiful looks. You'll be needed for background extra and featured extra work for an upcoming TV production shooting in Auckland. So can you imagine, because they are saying we are after all shapes, sizes, and uniquely beautiful looks. So can you imagine morbidly obese elves being naked or nude in the Lord of the Rings series? I can't really imagine a bigger disgrace for Tolkien and his lore and his books than that. It is absolutely outrageous. It is disgusting. It is atrocious, and it just cannot be. And the petition has been signed so far by 32,000 people. My opinion is they will not do anything about it. They will not change the fact. I think that Amazon will do whatever they want. I think they are going to further continue spoiling Tolkien's world and entertainment and storytelling in general, as they have many times before. I am a long life fan of the Witcher books, the novels. I haven't played the games because I adore the novels. I am half Polish. Andrzej Sapkowski, the author of the books, is Polish. I keep it very close to my heart. Might be even second after the Tolkien's books. And I've tried watching the Netflix series, The Witcher, and I was absolutely disgusted. I couldn't watch more than an episode or two. I just couldn't. So we can't. My opinion is we can't do anything about it, really. But it is admirable and awesome that there are still people, and there are more than 32,000 people like me who do not agree with these things. So what do you think, my friends? Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with the petition or not, and where you stand on the matter. I'm only glad to engage in an intelligent and educated discussion, and that will be all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to dislike this video if you didn't like it, or like this video if you liked it, and namaste.